Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today is Saturday, January 16th, 2021, and you are watching Tarot with Kuka's weekly guidance brought to you by the Santa Muerte Book of the Dead Tarot deck, as well as the Moonology Oracle card deck by Yasmin, Boland. The Tarot deck is actually brought to you by Fabio, Listrani. I forgot to mention that, sorry. I am also going to do some positive vibes from the Healing Mantra deck brought to you by Kahn, as well as an Archangel that wants to tap in and work with us this week from the Archangel Oracle card deck by Miss Doreen Virtue, who, like I say, has since gone on to a different journey, has now denounced her cards, but like I say, I still find them quite relevant, which is why I use them. So if you like what you hear, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So let's get started. So our first card of this read is the Santa Muerte, actually, tarot card. So the Santa Muerte tarot card is actually the number 13 card, in which in our traditional tarot card, in our traditional tarot deck is actually the death card. So, you know, again, there is a lot of positivity. This is not about bringing fear into people. I know, like, a lot of us, when we're in fear mode, you know, we kind of look at this as a very bad sign. But the truth of it, it is really not. In some other tarot decks, this card is actually known as the release card. And I really love that meaning, because what this is about is literally shedding things, releasing things that no longer serve you, so that you can go on and move on your journey wherever you are. But it's about, you know, the divine purpose of whether it's serving, you know, serving God, making the world a better place, making humanity better people. So let's kind of move on with the read, because I really love this card. It's actually very beautiful. If you look closely at this imagery, what you kind of see here is Santa Muerte herself. She is pregnant, and she is looking into the cradle, but also she's looking at the cradle with anticipation. So she knows that something new is about to start, and she is embracing it without fear. So let's read the advice of the dead. So the advice of the dead, and this is actually from the guidebook from written by Fabio Listrani, and I love this advice because it's very deep, and the last sentence itself is what really kind of resonates here. So, accept the changes that are offered in front of you without fear of cutting ties and cutting yourself from your old positions, old ideas, preconceptions. A mutation is imposing itself. And that last sentence is a very powerful statement. A mutation is imposing itself. So what I gather is, you know, a lot of us have been in fear mode for quite some time, you know, and like I say, we have been experiencing a lot of changes, a lot of challenges that were unexpected and very long lasting, and we're still dealing with challenges. However, you know, sometimes when a person is in fear mode and doesn't want to change, the universe always kind of starts out with like a little gentle nudge to kind of like, hey, you know, here's a better opportunity. And if your head is in the sand and you don't see it, the universe may impose a bigger sign. And if you're still resisting that change, pretty soon, you know, because the universe always wants you to grow and align yourself for the better, eventually, kind of like what this last the statement says, a mutation is imposing itself. So this week is really about a profound, huge change that is coming upon us. And I know, and I really kind of don't want to get into the politics of things, especially with how we see the change of leadership happening in the United States. The one thing that kind of sticks out with me about this week is kind of how are we going to deal with these changes? Are we going to accept the changes that are before us and grow and learn from them? Or are we going to be resistant and keep this lower energy that has been hanging out throughout the world? So how you deal with the change is up to you. But the universe is actually presenting itself to you, saying, hey, opportunities coming your way, take it. So, again, people, it's about not going through life with fear, because that's not what the universe, that's not what God, that's not what the creator, the source, love is about. So, again, how you accept these changes that are being presented is up to you and solely up to you. But eventually, the universe will kind of give you that little tap on the behind to get you to grow. So, really quick, this card is number 13 in its position in the tarot. 13 is actually a master number. It does not break down to 4. So the interesting thing is people look at the number 13 as being unlucky. The weird thing is, my days with Friday the 13th have always been like awesome days. I don't know, it's weird. But 13 represents a time of change and transformation in our lives. The astrology that is associated with the card is none other than our Scorpio. The Scorpios, we take on the shadow, we take on, death is not necessarily the sole ending of something, but it is also a new beginning. So, Scorpio and Pluto, this is our card, people. So, how you accept the changes is solely you, but just remember, a mutation is imposing itself. So, we also have a moon guidance. We just got through our first new moon of 2021. And we are now facing our first quarter phase where the moon is halfway towards the full moon. So we are gaining light. So again, energy should be kind of increasing versus, slowing down. Because I know I was kind of beat around the new moon. So the message with our first quarter moon for 2021 is your commitment is being tested. So the interesting thing is we are now kind of 16 days into kind of like this, the resolutions we made. Are we still sticking with them? Have we dropped them completely? Are we struggling to do them? So with this first quarter moon, again, there's always a message that associates from the moon. And like I say, I love it because our moon is what I call God's signpost. So the message from the first quarter moon is a new moon in Leo, in which the message is confidence is your key to success. So the interesting thing here is what I'm picking up is, again, the new moon is like a completely shadowed moon in which it's about us making our wishes and putting our intentions out into the universe. So what I'm kind of getting from this is it's still not too late. We're halfway to a full moon, but we still have a little bit of that new moon energy, I feel. So confidence is key to your success. So again, it's about holding your head up high, making eye contact with people, smiling at people. But again, we're in the COVID situation, so we should be wearing our mask when we're outdoors. But the eyes do tell whether or not a person is angry or smiling. So our eyes are very expressive. But again, hold the confidence with the resolutions and the changes you want to make. And it also ties into what the Santa Muerte card is with about this change that is coming. Be confident. Don't be fearful. Everything's going to be okay. And as you know, the one thing I always say is the universe has your back. It's not going to let you fall. Your stumbles are your own. It's not the will of the universe. It's not the will of God to have you fail. If you don't see the tools that the universe has presented for your success, yeah, you may kind of have a little setback. I'm not saying you're going to, fail completely. But again, start attuning yourself. Learn to hear what the universe is saying to you. And so let's kind of read from Yasmin Boland's guidebook about the first quarter moon. So the attunement for the first quarter moon is, I am committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. Oh my God. How does that tie into the new moon in Leo? Confidence is the key to your success. So, it's a perfect synergy of a card, of the card read here. I am committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. Voila. So the teaching again, I'm sure we've heard this before, but we have the teaching of the lunar cycle, the first quarter moon. It comes between the new moon and the full moon. It is a time when the sun and the moon are at a hard astrological angle to each other, and this can prompt a small crisis. No matter when you pull this card, you need to see any dramas as a stepping stone to where you want to be. It can also be a time when you need to stay strong through a storm. So again, the thing about dramas, those are well within your control. You may not have control on how the other person is speaking to you, how they're disrespecting you, how they even, just choose to kind of ignore you. You cannot control their behavior or their actions, but you can control how you react to them. So the drama that is well within your circle with how you deal with it. That's all I'm going to say about that. So quick little reading about the new moon in Leo. Make time to have fun. So what's a beautiful way of building your confidence, but to have a little fun in life. So Leo is a sign of the big and brave-hearted line of pride and showmanship and flirting. The energy around the new moon in Leo, and therefore around this card whenever you pick it, is hot and generous. The energy loves itself, and so should you. Can I repeat that? The energy loves itself, and so should you. If you've been too much of a wallflower, this new moon card and the new moon, or the Leo in the new moon, comes as a reminder you need to be proud of who you are. It doesn't get any more plain than that, people. Love yourself. It's that simple. And again, this also ties into, if you follow me on my Instagram, it's still Tarot with Kuka. I drew the rose pink dragon, which is about love. So it seems like the universal message right now is embracing love. And that is a big key to part of a transmutation. So let's go with our positive vibes and who wants to work with us. This is also very kind of freaky. And like I say, I can't make this up. But what we have here for our positive vibes is about liberating love. The universe is speaking, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention. It's about love. So, with Matt Kahn's Healing Mantra deck, I love how he kind of puts things into perspective. So let's take a look at the positive vibes that are associated with liberating love. And I love it. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I am willing to give. Sorry. A little bit of a spaz here. Okay. So the beautiful thing about this is it totally associates with the Santa Muerte card. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Again, it's about you being able to accept the changes that are being presented to you. And do you go into fear mode, or do you go into loving yourself and loving the universe and loving all? So Matt Kahn kind of explains this beautifully. When love is liberated, your heart remains open to all the gifts that it has to offer. And remember, the universe is also offering you gifts of love. If you open your heart, you're going to be connected with the rose pink dragon. You're going to be connected with the wonderful changes that are coming forward and the confidence in moving forward. As love is liberated from the emotional wounds of the human condition, it becomes easy to accept, forgive, and receive. When such actions seem exhausting, it is simply a sign that your heart doesn't feel safe enough to remain open. When this occurs, your will's freedom to embrace each tender corner of your consciousness will allow opening up to resume. Let me repeat that again, folks. When this occurs, your will's freedom to embrace each tender corner of your consciousness will allow opening up to resume. When the heart has permission to open, your love is liberated, and you can shine a light into all levels of reality to awaken the truth of all. This mantra is good for learning how to believe in yourself. Again, confidence is key to your success, promoting that self-realization and integrating the shadow. So, as usual, let's repeat this vibe, and we'll take a deep breath in between. So, deep breath in, release. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Deep breath in, release. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Deep breath in, release. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Wow. Very, very beautiful message. So with that, let's look to see. This is actually the Archangel Oracle card deck. So let's see what Archangel is willing to come forward and work with us. All you got to do is ask. And that's the beautiful thing about Archangels, is you don't have to have a holier than thou attitude. You can still, approach even with anger, negative feelings in your heart. All you got to do is call out their names. They don't judge you. So this Archangel is actually waiting on the sidelines for you to ask for help. So let's see who is willing to step forward and come and help us this week. Yeah, this is too funny. So we have a message here from Archangel Jophiel. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to release stress and gain new creative ideas. Now this kind of seems like a very weird message, considering, I think a lot of places are maybe still in lockdown with the rise of COVID. So again, with this, what I kind of want to say is if you're able to go outside, keep your social distance, wear your mask, but keep yourself safe. That's Archangel Jophiel, she knows what she's talking about. So I'm not going to go against her and say don't go outdoors, but I'm not asking you to break the law either. So if you're allowed to go outside, just do it in a safe manner. So Archangel Jophiel, interestingly enough, is an angel that means beauty of God. She sees beauty in everyone and everything. And so she also wants to help you do the same. And the interesting thing with her is she also wants you to look at the world through rose-colored glasses, which aligns with the rose pink dragons. She also wants you to look at the world and people around and yourself lovingly. So she will clear away the lower energies. She will also help you to open up your heart. And it's really, that's what is so interesting about her. So her color is also rose pink. So if you also think about the rose pink color, you will attract Archangel Jophiel as well as the rose pink dragons, which you will see on my Instagram for Saturday, once I upload all the videos. So again, universal theme is love. Big changes are coming your way, but again, the universe has your back. It's not going to make things worse for you. It's out to make things better. So with that, everybody, I just want to send you love, light, and many, many blessings. Take care.